Sure. It says alert educational savings account.
Educational savings account. Okay. And you have 2 children.
Yes.
And is college something that you'd want to pay the full amount for, none, or half?
I'll be helping out.
At least helping out. Okay, great. And what's that second alert say?
The second alert says rollover.
Rollover?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And that pops up usually because you have assets with a previous employer.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And is there any reason you left your money with them or haven't rolled it over, or you just haven't thought about it?
Never really thought about it.
Good investment, I
Okay.
guess.
Well, the general rule is if you leave the company, your money leaves with you. So we can talk about that a little more in depth in a second. Now, what's your next alert?
It says no Roth IRA.
Roth IRA. Okay. And have you heard of a Roth IRA?
Heard of it.
Heard of it? Okay. Well, basically, do you want to retire with no taxes or taxes?
That's kind
No
of
taxes.
Yeah. Okay, so then that's something that we do need to talk about. It is an investment for retirement.
Okay.
And we'll go through that here in a little bit.
Okay.
And your next alert?
Oh, it says savings account.
Savings account. Okay. And what about you having your savings?
30,000.
Yeah.
You said?
About 30,000. Well, the reason that alert comes up is because it's over 10,000 in your savings account.
Okay.
There might be a few other options to move that money somewhere else to make a little bit more money for you, especially if it's, emergency fund or something like that.
Okay.
And your next alert?
It says you might be underinsured.
Underinsured. Okay. And do you have insurance with a savings account or just through work?
We do it with the savings.
With a savings account. Okay.
I think it's.
And that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all our alerts.
That's all your alerts? Okay, great. If you could put one thing on ice from that list, what would it be?
I'd say retirement. What do you
Yeah,
think?
it's very important. I like that. No taxes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
Okay, you wouldn't mind highlighting the one that you'd like to put on ice?
Sure. Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about that. And that's the first thing that we can get started with. If we don't do anything else, at least you'll have a Roth IRA.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Great. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, let's get started today. Hey, we're going to be talking about prospecting today. And so if you can get good at prospecting, go out there and finding people. And there's so many people who can help out. There's so many people who are in debt. And if you can show them how to get out of debt 5 to 10 years earlier, saving thousands of dollars, it can make a difference in life. If you can cut their insurance costs by 25 to 50%, how many people do you know that'd be interested in doing that? Or how many people do you know that'd be interested in putting their money into an investment where it can grow tax-free? How many people do you know that'd be interested in doing that? And I think, what was it? Someone told me statistics about 1 out of 20 even are maxing out the Roth IRA, which is unbelievable. So anyway, it's just because they're not aware of it. But you could go out there and find people and help them do that. So, hey, today we're going to talk about prospecting. So, and first of all, I'm going to interview Cameron, which is Casey Coring's. If we can, Casey, are you on there? Casey Coring?
Well, I'm here.
Okay, Cameron, there you are. Cameron, you are, how old are you?
18.
18. Now, I remember having you on, and you were starting out and kind of having a rough time. And because you were going to your friends, what was wrong with your market with your friends?
Well, I mean, I'm 18, so all my friends, they're not going to have a care about this. I don't need life insurance. Like, I don't need to talk about any of this. So I started going to their parents, and that worked out a lot better for me. So
yeah, because a lot of your friends at 18, we're all broke at that age, we're trying to figure out,
exactly.
And we don't have money to invest. We don't really have, well, I was going to say we don't have debt, but a lot of them have school debt, but they don't know anything to do about that. So it's basically, it's not the right market. And one of the guys I trained in business, he was 21 when he first started. Wrong market, okay, but he got into the right market. Now he's been making over $1 million a year for quite some time. So anyway, so you changed one thing. You were going to your friends and, that wasn't working. So your thought was go to the parents. Is that what you thought?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was pretty simple too. I would basically just use the same technique or script or anything I'd used for my friend, and I would just say at the end, let me get your parents' number so I can talk to them about it.
Okay. So you're at where are you at so far this month?
I am 12,000 in premium.
Oh, it was 10,000 a day. Now you get 12,000.
Yep.
Wow. 12,000. Well, you're going to have a good month of income, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
So
Tim,
go ahead.
Tim, I'm on here. I just the host had to unmute me. I couldn't unmute.
Okay,
So-
that's right. Yeah, share a little bit, Casey, on what took place because you've been training your own son with this. So share a little bit on that.
Well, it's like he said in the beginning. Was meeting with the young people, and it was kind of disappointing because they would no show the appointment, so they weren't committed, or that just happens. We were all that age once. And the fact that now he's in the right market, I mean, it's nothing magical, right? I want to say like I'm the unicorn dad RVP trainer, but really it's not. It's nothing magical because we're using the system. That's what you and I talked about the other day. He's just plugging in. He's using the system. He goes through the alerts. He's got them down where he doesn't sound robotic. And it's also, I'm just excited that we raised our kids the way we raised them because both of our kids, Cameron and Savannah, parents were always saying they're respectful, they're good kids. And so the fact that he had credibility really helped because I know there's probably some people, their kids, friends' parents probably wouldn't meet with them. But they love him just because of the type of person he is, because he's got great credibility. And so that obviously makes a huge difference, your character.
So what income will he make this month, probably?
So I was actually trying to figure it out earlier. Right now he's at like 2,500 of income, but the thing is he's done some bigger policies, so he's only getting advanced on up to 500,000 of coverage. But he's got several of them that are $1 million, $2 million, one's for $3 million. So once those get issued and they go ahead and issue the full amount, they'll release more of his commission. So if I could put a number on it, I mean, probably around $5,000 or $6,000 of income part time. And that's all. That's 5 families. It's just 5 families and 10 apps. That's all it is. But
Wow.
so basically, if you figure that out, that's about $1,000 per family that he's earned just by doing the right thing. And he's replaced cash value. He's replaced term. He's put in place life insurance that they didn't even have anything in place. So he's got to kind of see a pretty good variety with those appointments.
So Casey, back to you. So you're doing the appointment yourself, or your dad's helping you, or what?
Yeah, we're both tag teaming it.
Okay.
I mean, he's still training me. I'm still learning the ropes. But yeah, I mean, like I guess that's exactly what I say to the parents too. I'm gonna say, I'm still learning the ropes. I need your help. And they're always happy to meet with me because, like Casey said, I have good credibility with all my friends' parents. So it's just pretty easy for me to talk to them.
So you just changed going to your parent, but how do you do that with the parents? So what do you do? Call the parents up, or you tell the kid, or if you tell not kid, I'm sorry about that. So 18 adults. Okay. So, but how do you get that set up?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just text my friends and I'll say like what I just said. I'm learning the ropes. Still need training help. I'd love to meet with your parents, and sometimes I'll say like you too if you're interested, if you want to see what I do, because I'd love to show you. If you want to send me your parents' number, and then I kind of say similar things to their parents as well. I'll either call them or text them, or sometimes I'll just see them in person and ask them there. But I mean, it's pretty simple.
So if you were in person, what would you say to them?
Sorry, what was that?
If you were in person with them, let's say you were with the parents.
I mean, I kind of say the same thing. I was like, I mean, all of them kind of know that I've been working with my parents. So I'll say like, I've been working with my parents. I'm still learning the ropes. I'd love to meet with you, Bob and Susan, sometime this week. Just to show you what I do, get some training help. And if you benefit from anything from it, then great. But if not, you're still helping me out a ton. So, and you get to learn what I do.
Okay. So you say pretty much the same thing over and over.
Yeah, pretty much.
So did it surprise you on the reaction and everything else? Because you're trying so hard with doing it to your friends, and then you met with the kids. Did it surprise you the way the reaction was?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I was just kind of surprised. I mean, not too surprised, but I was a little bit just like how much that little change just completely flipped it. And I'm definitely fortunate to have Casey and Jen as my parents too, because a lot of people, when they start out and they're going to the wrong market, they don't know what the right market is, they're going to quit because they see no progress. But once you flip that, because once I stayed with it because I have Casey and Jen, so helping me out, stayed with it and found the right market, and now I'm doing a lot better. So,
Well, when I was working with Shane when he was 21, when he's going through college up at K-State, we did a bunch of appointments all in the one day. It's just like they'd be all excited until Friday night Aggieville. So I'm going out partying. So then you'd never see him again. And so I said, I'm not working with you anymore. I said, get me in the right market and I'll work with you, because it hurts him and it doesn't do anything for either one of us. And so he got me in front of his uncle, who was a teacher, in the right market. And I had 12 people all within 2 weeks. And it's amazing how just that little change on that. What did you find out also? Well, some of these guys have cash value insurance. Now, does that surprise you a little bit, to Juan, how people are getting ripped off with that?
Yeah, every time I hear it, like they'll talk about what policies they'll have, and I'll hear some little thing that just triggers something inside of me, like, oh, they got cash value. But I mean, it's good because then I can show them, like, we can replace it and show them how much better we can help them out, from what they have. And then again, we already have that credibility, so then showing them what we have and like how great it is, it's just even better, I guess.
Well, I had a cash value policy, and they took me from $50,000 to $250,000 of term insurance, cut my premium from $65 down. I did that for $40. I was paying $65 a month. I took that $25 along with my savings, put it in separate investment, saved me $240,000 over a lifetime, cost me $0 to do business. And these insurance companies are out there selling that cash value insurance, which is ripping people off. But you go out there and you're like the hero. So on that. Now you said something about you were at the theater, and and you looked at your phone. What was that? Share that.
Yeah, well, so I was at the movie theater with a couple friends, and I mean, they know what I do, but they're not going to understand what like 10,000 in premium is. But I picked up my phone and I saw that it hit 10,000. I was like, oh, great. And I looked around. I was like, oh, I can't really show them. I mean, I can, but they're not going to care as much as me. So,
Wow. So what level are you at?
I am a district, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So imagine if you get to regional leader, that income, I don't know, Casey, what it would be, but if he is a regional leader right now, what would that be? Do you know? Is Casey still
It'd
on?
be way more. Yeah. No, I'm here. No. Can you hear me?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be more like, 7 or 8 grand of income versus 5.
Wow. Just getting a regional leader,
Yeah.
from that. So that's
Well, what's
incredible.
exciting too, Tim, is he's in the process of studying, getting a securities license, and so we've done some rollovers, some investments with some of these people, and so he's already building his assets under management. So as soon as he has that securities license, we'll be able to transfer those people to him, and he'll automatically have quite a bit in AUM.
Right. So now, did you role play a lot together? With going through the app and alerts and all that. But did you role play a lot with him?
We definitely have done some role playing, and I think probably where he's learned a lot is, I probably do 80% of my appointments from home. Is he just hears me on the appointments, so he hears me go through the alerts, and I think it's kind of like you watch a movie so many times you learn the lines, right? And he's seen that movie so many times, just being around those appointments. And Cameron, you don't know if you want to comment on that, if that's the truth, but I think that's really where a lot of it's come from. And he does the self-study too. I mean, he'll be in his room, he'll be on the computer, and he's from time to time, he'll go through the Beat All or Smart. Cameron, I don't know if you want to comment on that.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's exactly. I mean, I'll pull it up on my computer and rehearse it to myself, or, put a stuffed animal behind my screen, talk to that.
A stuffed animal? Okay. We can find out.
No, well, I'll do like, I'll do like Zooms with other people in the business, and we'll rehearse back and forth, so they can benefit from it too.
Out of curiosity, Cameron, how much do they teach in school about finance and investments?
I only had half a semester of a personal finance class, and it taught me how to budget money, like kind of. It wasn't really anything, and so it was a big eye opener because I mean I've grown up with the business, but I haven't really paid attention much until I actually was in the business. Submitted my IBA and everything, and I just within like the first month I learned so much more than I ever had in school.
Yeah, they don't teach the Rule 72, do they?
No.
My son told when he was in school, high school, he told, now he's 21, but when he's in school, he told the finance teacher, he says, you're not teaching the kids right. And she goes, what? She goes, you're not teaching the kids right. You're not teaching about how to get out of debt or how the Rule 72 or investments. And she agreed with him. Yeah, we don't teach that. They just don't teach this stuff in school. So where are they going to learn this stuff? That's why most people end up broke or just getting by all their life. So, if you were, you're going to inspire a lot of kids your age, whatever, but if you could tell them or give them advice about any certain thing, what could you share with them?
I mean, it's going to sound cliche, but don't give up because I know it's really hard. It's really hard really easy to give up, especially if you're not seeing progress. But it's really easy to just flip that script if you find one small thing to change it. So
Because you were frustrated, you kept going to friends and you
Oh,
weren't getting anywhere. Is that what you mean?
I was really frustrated. I knew that eventually if I stay persistent and it was gonna pay off. So I mean, it has now. Once
But
I
you
figured
learned-
out what I was doing wrong.
Yeah, you learned from your parents on that. So, and also the right market. You went from wrong market to the right market. And look, you weren't really doing anything different, right? You're just the right market.
Yeah.
Wow. Appreciate it so much, Cameron. Keep up the good work and get to regional leader because it looks like you're going to make more as a regional leader than district. Just an idea. So,
Yeah, I think so.
so appreciate it. Thank you, Cameron. Keep up the
Thank you,
good
Tim.
work. All right,
Thank
you
you.
bet. Thanks, Casey. So,
Thank you.
hey, we're gonna go shift over to the going on the prospecting with Chloe and Hector. Hector, can you kind of lead into this because I got this video I'm gonna play. Can you share a little bit on that? Are you on, Hector?
Yeah, I'm right here, Tim. How you doing? Good morning.
Doing great.
Yeah.
You're one of your agents, Chloe, is who we've had on before, who does a great job. So, but going to talk about prospecting. So this video is about what? It's a real short video, and then we're going to go into what?
Yeah, it's just the role play. We always do role playing and Chloe's going out there like if she was going to meet somebody and just prospect them. So that's what the video is going to be about, and then we could talk about it a little bit afterwards. Very simple video. It's fast. Like I said, it's just getting to the point of prospecting, getting out there. That's it. So then we'll talk about it once you finish it up,
Okay, here we go.
Chloe.
Great.
What we're going to do today, Chloe, is we're going to do an example of an actual role play of you prospecting out and about. And so I'm going to be basically at a store right now. I'm in a store, and then I want you to go to work and go prospecting. And let's take it from there. Fair enough?
Yep.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Excuse me. I have a quick question if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Okay, perfect. Well, I have an office out here in the area and we are expanding right now and we're looking for some people to work with us also from home. Do you know anybody or yourself that might be looking for anything, additional income, maybe career change?
Yeah, maybe myself.
Okay, yourself. Perfect. So what we do is personal finances. We actually use a new technology called $B Smart. Have you ever heard of it before?
No, I never heard of that before.
No, that's okay. Most people haven't, but it is super incredible. And really, it shows people all the areas they qualify for. So what I do is I do the Zoom appointments for our office. So what we could do is we can get on a Zoom and I'll share with you about what we do. It won't take me long, maybe 20 minutes. I have some times open for today or tomorrow. Which one would be better for you?
How long is it going to take?
About 20 minutes.
Yeah, we could probably do later today.
Perfect. Would maybe 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. be better?
How about 5 p.m.?
5 p.m. Okay, great. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to send you a text with my information. I'm going to forward you the Zoom link. Now, do you have like a computer or iPad that you use at all?
Yeah, I got an iPad.
Okay, perfect. So log into your iPad with my Zoom, okay? That way you can have your phone handy because you're going to need it. All right. So what's the best number to send it to?
Blah, 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 blah.
Perfect. Well, then I'll see you later today at 5 o'clock.
Great.
Great.
Okay, good job, Chloe. So that's doing the basic, prospecting, and good job.
Thanks.
All right.
All right.
So Hector, you role play it obviously before she goes out there on. Now tell us a little bit about Chloe, because her income and what she's
Yeah.
done.
So, there's a lot of people right now that are below RVP on this call right now that want to be RVP. And, you heard this over and over, Tim. Hector Lamarck will say, master the 7 fundamentals. Well, recruiting is number one, and also getting referrals. So either you're going to be really good at recruiting or getting referrals, or both, so Chloe is good at both. And as for the recruiting part, she can go out there and she can respond to anything when it comes to meeting people. She has no problem because she's practiced over and over and over. And a lot of people don't realize one thing about recruiting. Now, here's the thing, Tim, we live in LA. We're in LA. There's traffic galore in LA. As a matter of fact, soccer came into LA right now. We have a lot of soccer now, so families are busy. So we're not doing a lot of in-house appointments. We're doing Zoom, which is a camera, right? It's a camera. So we have to get to the point to where we're good in getting to the heart of a client when we're doing an interview. And the recruiting is by you doing a lot of prospecting, whether you're out there making it happen. But I do want Chloe to explain how she does it, not me. I want Chloe to explain what she's doing and why she does it and when to do it. Okay, Chloe? So if Chloe can get on the call real quick.
Chloe, real quick, I want to ask you, what level are you at, and kind of show some of the results or whatever. Either one of you, if you can share that.
Perfect. Well, good morning. So I'm a division on the way to regional and then RVP. But actually, I just want to comment on the last speaker, Cameron, I believe, right? It's funny because that was the way that I got my district promotion, is I sat down with my friends' parents because I had the same market. So anytime I have a new recruit and they're young and they're not seeing, qualified appointments, that's actually what I tell them to do. So I think that was perfect. But yeah, so actually about almost 30 days ago, I started to do 10 names and numbers a day. It's kind of like a challenge we're having in our hierarchy.
What'd you say, 10 what?
10 names and numbers a day.
Okay, getting 10 numbers a day. Okay.
And so that's kind of where we started. I mean, I've always prospected. Normally I go in the morning on the way to the office, or usually when I don't have anything going on, like if I don't have an appointment or an interview, I usually go out and prospect because it's a lot faster to get on an appointment or a result. I mean, I make calls later in the day because obviously people are at work in the day. So, and I'm full time in the business, so that's really like what I focus on, is just adding new contacts and getting on appointments in either of those ways, no matter how it's done, whether it's calling someone and getting referrals. But like for me, it's more so going out in person. Hector always told me, don't stay in the office all day and make calls because you're not going to get anywhere. You have to go out and talk to people. And I agree. And you have to do it also for your sanity. You can't sit there and you can make 300 calls, but if you're not seeing results and you're not having human, contact and excitement, it's not going to be good for you in the long run.
So, Chloe, when you say you go out where?
Everywhere. Well, I have a few favorite places. I go to gas stations. Grocery stores are a great place. I always go to like Marshall's and Ross, Walmart, Target. Parking lots are great too if it's really busy because people are walking in and out of their cars. So those ones can be quick. Any shopping centers, I kind of always make it look like either I'm going into the store or I'm shopping the store, or I'm leaving. So that way I don't look like I'm prospecting. I just look like I'm just going about my day.
So if you, for example, you saw me I wouldn't be shopping, that's for sure. You'd probably have to see me at a Quick Trip or something. But what would you say? How would you start that conversation?
Yeah. So like if we're at a gas station or something, I would pretend to like either wash my windows, or so that we have a reason to like walk over or be near that person. And then I would just say, hey, excuse me, I have a quick question if you don't mind.
Mhm.
And then you can answer And I'd say, you know, I have a financial office in the area. We're expanding and we're looking for some people to work with us. I mean, do you know anybody or yourself that would be interested?
I might be.
Okay, perfect. Well, what we do is personal finances. We actually use a technology called $B Smart. Have you heard of it before?
No, I haven't.
Oh my goodness. Well, it is incredible. And I think you're really going to like it when you see it. But I actually do Zoom appointments to share with people the information about what we do. Now, I have some times left for today or tomorrow. They take about 20 minutes. So if we were going to meet, which day would be better for you?
Probably Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday. Perfect. Now, would you rather maybe 5 p.m., 6 p.m.? Which would be better for you?
Probably 5.
5? Okay, awesome. Well, let me send you a text right now with my information. I'm going to forward the Zoom link to your email as well. Okay, so make sure you're on your computer or iPad when we do the Zoom. All right, so what's the best number to send it to?
Okay.
And then
And so
I
you
just
get
get the
there,
number.
get the number there. Now, some of you are on here. You have questions that you ask too. So feel free to share in the chat line. Here's
Yeah.
some questions I have. Yes, Hector.
Okay, let's give her a watch. So
Okay.
this is how you learn to get better when they throw something else at you. So Chloe, I'm gonna
Okay.
say no. I don't know anybody, Chloe, and you know I'm not really interested, but I don't know anybody. How do you handle that one?
Oh, good.
No problem. Well, what do you do? Do you work right now?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay, what do you do for work?
I actually work in a warehouse.
Oh, in a warehouse. Okay. Now, Hector, do you plan on retiring there?
Nah, not really. No.
No? Okay. What's your backup option?
Uh, I'm not really don't have one at this point.
You don't have one. Okay. Well, I mean, Hector, if I could show you a way to maybe make additional income or end up leaving your career with more income, that's something that you would want to learn about, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Well, hey, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to share that with you. And if it's for you, that's fantastic. And hey, it may not be for you, but you probably will know people who really are struggling financially, right? Who need to make more income too, regardless, right?
Right.
Right. Okay, perfect. And that's what I'll do with you. Here, what's the best number to text you at or call you?
Good. So yeah, there's you know, everybody's gonna say something different, but you got to be able to respond back to that. Or, you know, we're not begging them, guys. We're trying to get them to say yes, because how many times have you heard, oh, they called, they followed up with me like for 6 months, and then they joined Primerica and they become RVPs. Have you guys heard that before? So it's the same thing when you're meeting somebody. Don't just give up on them because they say, no, I don't know anybody or I'm not interested. No, ask a little more questions. You know what I mean? And what I like to say, Chloe says it that way, but I make it a little shorter than that. I'll use Cameron right now. I say, so Cameron, say no to me, Cameron, real quick. Just say, no, I don't know anybody. I'm not really interested.
No, I don't know anybody. I'm not interested.
Oh, okay. No worries. Cameron, do you work? Do you have a job?
Yeah,
Is it full-time, part-time?
it's part time.
Man, let me ask you something. If you could make some additional money on your own time when you want, would that help you at all?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's get on a Zoom call. I'm going to break it down and show you. It takes no more than 20 to 30 minutes. Fair enough?
Yeah, for sure.
That's it. Boom. I do that all the time and I get the phone number. Now I have something to work with to see if I can get on a Zoom call and make that connection. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing, Tim, real quick. This is what I'm trying to get to the team to understand, that B dollar is 100% with your clients. You send it out there, it's the simplest thing in the world. But now we're talking about a rep putting us in front of their family or friends that don't know who we are over Zoom, right? Over a camera. So I said, all we have to do, if you get one person on your team that can do B dollar and they can teach one person how to do B dollar through Zoom. I'm talking about Zoom because in person is different. It's a whole different animal. When you're in person, you can really get a lot done in person, but we're talking Zoom. I said, it's just going to start to multiply. One, one, one. Now you got 3 people that know how to do B dollar on Zoom, and boom, you're off to the races. So we're getting there right now. Like right now, Chloe has Christine, Tim, that I was telling you about. She's
Yeah.
brand new introvert. doesn't really talk that much, and now she's doing her own B dollar, which we're okay. We got one, right, Chloe? We got one. Okay, now we got to get her one. So we're working on that really a lot right now to get that duplication. So we practice drill rehearse twice a week on B dollar. I had to practice with Chloe and them at the very beginning when we started getting in this thing. It was twice a week, B dollar practice, 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 practice. And now Chloe can practice with her guys if she needs to. That's how this works. It's multiplying, but getting this B dollar out there.
Well, that's a key question too, is that, and Richard Church brought up the other day, is that have you ever heard B Dollar Smart? They always go, no. Says, well, I want to share with you this new technology. And if they're at work, the best thing to do is not try and get too much in a conversation if they're at work, because they're on their job and their boss might be there. So what you can say is I'll share it with you, but I tell you what, I know you're at work here. So I tell you what, I don't want to take your time here, but if you give me your name or number, and I'll get back with you. And it can be simple as that. The other thing is, it's all comes down to questions. This is not a thing of you got to be great at talking and talking about BDR smart or whatever. It's you get good at asking questions. And the kind of questions you want to ask is, if I could, would you? If I could show you how to make significant more income than you're currently making right now, would that be an interest to you? Yeah, I know you're at work right now. I tell you what, give me your name and number and stuff, and I'll get back with you. And so it all comes down to questions. If you have someone that's in debt, again, if I could, would you? If I could show you how to get out of debt 5 to 10 years earlier and save you thousands of dollars, would that be something that you want to take a look at it? Okay, well, sure. Yeah, well, I know you're at work here. So I tell you what, get your name and number. You don't have to go into a lot of conversation here. And, or if we could cut your insurance costs, or if it's a Roth IRA. Richard Church asked this one doctor, the nurse, he says, she asked him, what do you do? He says, I'm in finances. And says, oh, that's interesting. He comes back and says, do you have a Roth IRA? He goes, oh, I don't know what that is. Okay. Well, if I could show you how to put money into investment where it goes tax-free, is that something you'd be interested in? Yeah. Okay. Well, I got this tool called BDR Smart. Have you ever heard of it? No? Okay. So it all comes down to questions and getting good at those questions. And again, some of you in the chat probably have some other great questions to ask. So there's a statement there. What if you could make 3 to 5 times what you make now? Would you? Or here's another question you could ask. Do you plan to stay at this job the rest of your life? Watch their face when you ask that sometimes. You plan to stay at this job the rest of life? No? Okay. Do you have any plans have you been looking to anything else to try and find something different? No, can't find anything. Well, I might have something for you. If you can make significant more income than you're currently making now, would that be of interest to you? Yeah, I tell you what, I know you're at work, so give me your name and number, and let me give you mine, okay? And when you do that, exchange numbers, and I can give you mine too if you want to give me a call. So it makes it easy. Any other some thoughts on that?
Real quick, Tim, on like with Pat, my wife, she's more like conversational. Like when she's gonna try to get a number or something like that, she'll talk to the person for a little while, get to know them, and I'm like, that's not me. So we're all different. You guys remember, it's how do you make it happen, but make it happen, get it done. Because that's not me. I'm not going to start a whole conversation with somebody. I get right to the point. I get the number, and I make it happen. And she's the opposite. I'll sit there, and she'll look at me, and she's talking, and she's like waiting for me. Are you going to get the number? Or am I going to get the number? And I'm like, you started this whole conversation. When you're done, I'll get the number if you didn't get it, because it's just totally different. People react to different ways. So just remember that, because so many people here are, okay, they're listening to Tim, what he just said. They're listening to Chloe, what she said. Yeah, you could you can make $3,000 a month. You can do whatever you want to say, but you got to say something. In other words, just remember that if you say something, you're going to get better at it if you do it. So pick what gets you excited to make it happen, to meet people, because there's all kinds of ways. You know that, right, Tim? I mean, you can go on POL, and there's all kinds of prospecting ways and what to say, what to do, scripts after script after script. But what's the one that gets you excited? Like Chloe man, she's really good with people. And that's why I kicked her out of the office. I said, Chloe, you're a people person. Go meet people. And that's what she did. And now her business is going to start to take a life because she's being consistent. That's another key. She's very consistent where she was not that consistent prior because she was in the office making phone calls after phone call. But now she's being consistent on when she's not busy, she gets out of the office. When she's in the office, it's because she's on a KT or she's on a interview. So what is going to get you excited? How are you going to approach this to grow your business? Because recruiting is the key, and you guys all know that. Even if we got brand new people here, brand new that just started, you got to recruit people on your team. There's the key. That's it.
But there's so many people that are not happy with their job where they're at. And all you have to do is go out there and ask people, you know. So the other thing is if you're talking to salespeople, okay, here's a great question to ask them. So, hey, I see that you're in sales. How long you been in car sales or real estate, whatever? Oh, 5 or 10 years. I tell you what, would you be interested? Because I'm also in sales. I was wondering if you'd be open to getting together or doing Zoom calls, see if we can help each other by referring business to each other. Would you be open to that? Now, most people are going to go, oh, sure. All right, well, give me your name and number, and we'll jump on a Zoom call to do that. So it's another way. Chloe, are you looking for a certain type of person, though, Chloe?
Definitely. Yes, I am. I mainly look for families, women with kids, really anyone who has children. That's like my primary market because I'm trying to recruit couples that love.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. I mainly prospect women though. That's my thing. So, but yeah, if there's like a family there, I'll talk to the family. But that's kind of like my primary target.
Yeah. And also, if you see people that are smiling, happy, outgoing, that's another good person with it. So that you can talk to. So, and also asking the question, I don't know if you'd be interested, but do you happen to know anybody that would be interested in making significantly more income than they're currently making? See, now you're not asking them directly. You're saying, who do you know? What will happen is a lot of times go, well, I might be. Oh, well, I know we're at work here. Well, I tell you what, if you got your name and number, let me know and I'll give you my number and you can get names and numbers that way too. Also, I noticed, Chloe, you ask questions when it comes to setting an appointment and time. You didn't say, would you be interested in getting together? That's a yes or no question. You don't want to ask yes or no questions. You want to ask alternative 2 choices. And I noticed you did that. You go, so if we were to get together, which day would work out best, Wednesday or Thursday? Now they're not thinking yes or no. They're thinking, well, if I did do it, Wednesday or Thursday, and then you narrowed it down to would 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock? So that's another good thing you do too. Any other tips on that, Chloe? Are you there?
People need to just go out. Oh, I'm frozen?
No, you're good.
I'm good. Okay. I always just let people know that they need to go out and get it done. You know, a lot of us talk about doing it, talk about prospecting, but then get to prospect. And now because I know how to answer questions, I'll normally get a number like 7 out of 10 people I talk to. And the whole point of the number though is to get the appointment. A number is great, but it's way better if you actually have a Zoom that's set. So me and Hector compete with who can get more Zoom set, not really more numbers, because the appointment is what's going to get you the results. Because you can get a number and do nothing with it, and you can get a number and they can never answer. But if you have an appointment, they're more likely to show up and to respond than just having a phone number. So that's just what I would say.
Okay. Yeah, that's very good. So, hey, I want to end with a video here of Heckler Mark. He's produced more financially independent people within Primerica than about anybody in the company. He went from, and he's told his story how he's introvert and came into this business, but he learned people skills and things like we talked about today. And here's what he talked about on setting appointments. I want to play this with you.
Nothing can happen without an appointment.
Can you see it?
Everything, you need to become a pro at setting appointments. And because you're not going to recruit anybody, you're not going to close any transactions, you're not going to make any money unless you first have an appointment. That is like step number one. You set the appointment, and then you do the presentation, and then you close, right? But without the appointment, there's nothing can happen. So you need to become really adept at setting appointments with people. And I think one of the main things to share when it comes to setting appointments is you got to explain to people what's in it for them. If they meet with you, what are they going to receive? What's the benefit of meeting with you? Well, one, I'm going to help you get completely debt free. Number two, I'm going to help you start investing money so you can retire 5, 10, 15, 20 years sooner than you're on pace to retire right now. You've got to share with them what's going to happen through meeting with you, right? They've got to have an idea of that. If I meet with this guy, my life's going to change financially. I'm going to be in a much better position than I am right now. You're going to be able to retire sooner. You're going to have more freedom in your life. You're going to have more options. And so I think it's really important that when you're setting that appointment, that you let them know what's going to happen, what can happen from meeting. Getting the appointment is sales. And it's the most critical thing to learn first, because without that, you have nowhere to go. If you don't have a viable client in front of you, you can't close them, you can't make money, you can't recruit them, you can't do anything. So your ability to set appointments with people is the number one sale to make initially, right? Because that is a sale. Because what instead of them giving you money, they're giving you their time, which is more valuable than money. So you have to become great at setting appointments. And if you do that, and you're setting appointments with the right people, right, in the right market, married, children, homeowner, that sort of thing, then you're going to start having, and you're adept at explaining what's in it for them and how it's going to help them. You're going to close a lot of transactions, and you're going to recruit a lot of people, and you're going to make a lot of money.
All right. And really, someone asked, do you give them a card or a brochure, or is it purely exchange of numbers? Can you answer that real quick?
Yeah, I actually have a digital business card and I let them know I'm going to send it to them. So that way I can get their phone number. But it's a free business card you can get. The app is called hi.hello, but there's a lot of different apps that allow you to have a digital business card.
Okay, yeah. So my son was just showing me how you bump phones or whatever, and all of a sudden you exchange numbers. I'm going, what? But there's lots of ways to do that. So,
yeah, and the one thing I'll say is make sure that you send it to them, because in some cases, if they scan it, you don't get their number; they only get yours. So if you want to get their number, just make sure you text it to them, which is what I always tell people to do.
Yeah, and if you just forget about whether you're going to make money or whatever when you're talking to people, think about the difference you're going to make in their life. Like Shane, he was delivering ice on ice truck, making $3,000. A year, I think, or whatever, or maybe a month, whatever. But he is tired of it. There's so many people who are not happy where they're at. All you have to do is go out there and ask the question. Hey, if I could show, do you happen to know someone would be interested in making significant more income than you're currently making now? Or do you plan to stay at this job the rest of your life? I know it's repeating what we said earlier, but it's the same questions. You just go, all it is really coming down to asking questions. And you can change. I am so glad the guy had talked to me, and I was in the real estate business. I had my own real estate firm. And he says, Tim, you're really sharp at business. I was wondering if you could do me a favor. I go, sure. He goes, can you take a look at this business? I want to get your feedback from what you think about it. I go, oh, okay. And here I am in the business. I started part-time for 4 months, went full-time, and then 6 months later on became regional vice president, all because he was not afraid to talk to me. And he delivered mail. That's what he does in McPherson. And so all you have to do to get great, you first have to be good. To be good, you first have to be bad. To be bad, you first have to try. So what you want to do is go out there and try it the first time, just like Cameron was perfect what he said there. He's frustrated, but he never gave up, and he kept trying, and now he's getting pretty good at it. So practice, drill, rehearse get a teammate in your that's on your team, and just role play back and forth and see if you can prospect with each other. Because if you do it enough, you'll finally get good at it, and that becomes easy. And then that's when the business becomes fun, and you could change a whole lot of people's lives out there. So anyway, Hector, any last thoughts on that? Okay.
Last thing, Tim, real quick.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm noticing if they Primerica cards with Primerica name, we don't use anything with Primerica because of the fact, unless they ask us, we give them the name. The Primerica name, the one thing about the Primerica is that a lot of people will get, they'll tell a friend, hey, oh no, I tried it, didn't work for me. Oh, it's that Primerica thing. No, I'm not going to give them anything unless they ask me what's the name of the company, because I want them to meet me and to see how Primerica works, and you get a better result that way rather than, oh, it's Primerica. No, I'm okay. No, it's cool. They cut you right off. Especially if you're doing that prospecting. If you bring out that Primerica name right away, let them ask you, and then you give them the name. That's how we handle it.
Yeah, exchange numbers, and like Richard Church said on Thursday, he always brings up Beto Smart. Have you heard of it? And they always go, no. I said, well, I'd like to share with you this new technology. I want to get your opinion on it. And so people love new technology, and they like to share on that. And regardless whether you're interested, you might know of some other people that might be interested. I'd like to show you. And then you might know someone that you can refer me to someone. So, but the thing is, go out there, practice, drill, rehearse. And if anybody has success during the week with it, feel free to let us know, or your RVP get in contact us with us. We'd like to share it next week and share different prospect ideas on next Thursday. So you might be on next Saturday meeting sharing one of your ideas because you go, hey, I did this and it worked. But here's one way to find out whether something won't work. If you don't go out there and talk to anybody, you won't get any results. So think about how many people you can change their lives around by going out there, and all it is just asking questions. So appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And Camera, going from changing that one little change there and getting the right market, over 12,000. That's incredible. 18 years old. Boy, I wish I could have started with something like that. So anyway, keep up the good work. Thanks, guys. And Spanish training is at 11:30. You'll see it right up here. So if you have people that want to see the Spanish training, it's all top leaders in Spanish. It's a whole with that. So they're putting it up there, so you can go jump on that meeting at 11:30. So I'll see you guys all next week. Go out there and prospect. Try and get one or two people and make a difference with their life.
Recording.